I am so excited about today because today is April 15th, 2017, and 1 year ago today, we launched Ethical and Consensual Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association. Now, not only that, but 10 years ago, in the month of April, I opened up my marriage, my wife and we opened up our marriage. It was a 27-year-old, at that point, it was a 27-year-old monogamous marriage. We had spent 2 years to open it up, working on the transition. But I am so excited today. 10 years later, I am now non-monogamous Mark, and I'm the founder and co-founder of Ethical and Consensual Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association. Now, instead of always having to say Ethical and Consensual Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association or to explain your lifestyle, you can say, just like the LGBT community, they have an acronym, LGBT. Well, we have an acronym as well, and that's ECNM. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our association, because you see, my company here, my association, this association, your association, it all began 10 years ago after opening up my marriage. And I just knew that there was going to be a time in my life when I was going to do something really great to help to advance the cause of non-monogamy. And so here we are, a year ago today, we started Ethical and Consensual Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association. Now, what we do is, why do I do that? Because is that I intentionally challenge the social norms of monogamy. So ECNM people can live their lives openly with authenticity rather than secretly in the closet for all the same reasons that LGBT people were in the closet 50 years ago. Now, we are Ethically and Consensually Non-Monogamous Lifestyle Association. We're a socially responsible, transparent, nonprofit association when we connect individuals and couples who are interested in, curious about, making the transition to, or are already intentionally creating the sexually liberated ECNM lifestyle of their dreams, and that a lifestyle that they can thrive with. Our members are also groups and organizations and businesses that serve ethically and consensually non-monogamous lifestyles people. Now, we increase the awareness and acceptance of sexually liberated ECN lifestyles, making it amongst society, making it normal for people to have open conversations and honest conversations about non-monogamy. Especially with those that they're in a romantic relationship with. Because it shouldn't be a threatening situation to have that kind of a conversation and talk with people that you're in a relationship with. If you're not in a relationship already, then that should be something that should be right out of the gate, up front, in the beginning, so that you know where that person stands and they know where you stand with your desires for non-monogamy or for monogamy. But so if you're already in a relationship, then, it seems like that's a hard thing to do. And yes, it can even mean that sometimes people will get divorced over the fact that one person wants to be non-monogamous, another person wants to be monogamous, or people feel threatened. But what we do is we help you to build, at least you and the rest of the people in society, build at least have the conversation so that the idea of non-monogamy doesn't have to be buried down deep inside of you, secretive, something you can't ever talk about, kind of a taboo type thing. But non-monogamy is all over the media today by getting people started talking about non-monogamy, we get people to thinking about it as well. Because if you don't get people to thinking about it, and as long as people are in the closet, then there's no risk of people ever maybe considering becoming non-monogamous. That is how it happened for me. It happened for me back in 1987. Some people talked to me about non-monogamy. I had conversations with them for 2 weeks in a row because they had a booth at a state fair that was right next to my booth. And so we talked for 2 weeks in a row. And then a year later, they were back again. And for 2 weeks in a row, they again talked. But that was just planting the seeds. And so from that, it wasn't for many years before I had to do all the shifting in my own mind and my own thoughts, where I was able to take and realize that, yes, the life that I was living as a monogamous individual was sexually frustrating and it wasn't the one that I was happy with. And so by the fact that someone was willing to be out of the closet and to talk to me openly, him and his girlfriends, about their life, that got me to thinking. You know, and if you never get people to thinking, then change never happens, because thoughts are what creates the world. And so what we do with ECNM Lifestyles Association is we help to create a world where more people can openly talk about their non-monogamous interests and lifestyle, and it gets people thinking. Studies indicate that over half of the people in the U.S. secretly do not want a monogamous relationship. And with an estimated of 21% of all couples either occasionally or regularly partaking in one or more forms of an ethically and consensually non-monogamous lifestyle, they are making a very intentional choice in doing that, but they're in the closet. They can be your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your sons, your daughters, your aunts, and your uncles, the person that sits next to you in the cubicle at work. But the thing is, everybody's so in the closet. Your neighbors, your closest friend, they're so in the closet about it that it's one of those taboo, secretive things that nobody's ever talking about. And so if we can get you talking about it, then more people will realize, hey, this non-monogamous thing is something that we ought to take a look into and think about. You know, a major study that was completed last year found that over half of all millennials desire an ethically and consensually non-monogamous lifestyle. They do not want a monogamous lifestyle, but few of them have the knowledge, the tools, and the role models to help them to navigate the waters of an ethically and consensually non-monogamous lifestyle. And so by default, they just simply return to monogamy and living their lives on autopilot rather than thriving and being on a journey of growth, self-discovery, self-development, and self-improvement. And so at Ethical and Consensual Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association, we help to provide a home for those people so they can get those kinds of tools. They can keep growing in that and not then resort back to the default of monogamy. So take a risk for yourself. You know, don't be controlled by fear. Design and create and live the world of your dreams. Open doors by getting people talking about monogamy. Tell your friends. Talk to your spouses, your girlfriends, your boyfriends. And so that's what we're doing and what we're about. I hope that you're about exploring your own ethically and consensually non-monogamous lifestyle. And if you want to keep in contact with us and help us to actually get more activation, more people talking about this, then go ahead and click on that link below. And you'll get on our email address, our email list, and by clicking on that link below, and that way we can keep telling you what we're doing to help further the cause and challenge the norm of monogamy, because monogamy really isn't the standard, the norm. It's just that's what is visually out there. But the fact is, when you count the people who are cheating, those are non-monogamous people, but they're just not ethical and consensual. When you count the people who are cheating or who have cheated, you know, over 65% of the couples out there aren't living and haven't lived a totally monogamous lifestyle. And so monogamy is not the norm, but that certainly is what is the perception amongst our society. And we're working to change that. And we hope that you'll help us do that. So click on that link, and thanks a lot. This is a great day, 1 year since we began Ethical and Consensual Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association. So this is Non-Monogamous Mark, and I'll see you on the next video.